Welcome along everybody to Slots and Daggers Made Easy, a game that's come out recently, and I just want to showcase a build that I've got for this that will hopefully see you through to the end and unlock arena mode for you, which is what you get for clearing everybody. First of all, I want to go into the modifier shop here, and I haven't unlocked everything just yet, but you don't need to unlock everything. There are a couple of things that you are going to need. That is this one here. So you start with an additional wheel. You can get up to 2, so you can get 5 wheels in total. Highly recommend you just save up, get them. They're really important. And the one next to it revives you once when you die. Not needed for this build because you just won't die, but it's a bit of a safety net if you do need to. Then I'd highly recommend you go into healing and then into your resistances. Once you've done that, you can upgrade your shop items, and then once you start building into this, you can like literally refund everything, stick everything into here, and then get everything else a little bit cheaper. But definitely going to want the additional wheels because that plays quite nicely into this build. I'm going to start a new game here, and what you'll find is, this is all of the floors, is I'm going to start here in the cursed swamp. You can start this at the beginning, but just for speed, certain things don't unlock until you get to the cursed swamp. If you're not at the cursed swamp, then obviously start this before, and as you get to others, you can do it. What I would recommend off the start, it doesn't 100% matter, but if you're not at the cursed swamp, you can't get to what I'm about to unlock. I'd highly recommend poison, apple, and massive blade damage. This bypasses shields and some healing, as well as getting that 40% physical damage when rolled. So really useful, but we're not going to be doing too much there. In this build, what we're going to be doing is we're going to want to take some vampirism, which is nice that starts. To take the vampirism, and the reason why this is good, especially if you're starting a run slightly later on, is this reroll is at 0. You do this at the very, very beginning. This is 5 chips. At the beginning, it's 0. So we are going to look for the bomb. As soon as you get the bomb, absolutely brilliant. What we can now do is we can start getting rid of some stuff. So I'm actually going to get rid of poison off the start. The reason I said poison is bombs go through shields. So yeah, I'm going to go for a bomb build. You could upgrade the apple. You don't really need to, but we're going to do a bit more here. Bonus on healing. Absolutely. We want more bomb damage. Absolutely. You could get things like bonus on physical damage. It will not scale with this. The other thing, next one we get is spin blade. Good thing about spin blade, does 15 damage and then respins the wheel afterwards. So we'll keep going until it can stop. And with that, we're now going to get rid of the apple. Do not need the apple. We could get another spin blade. I think we will. And is it available at this level? It is. And then we're going to get to the iron shield. The iron shield, we're going to get rid of the sword. So everything that we started with has gone. So there we go. This is the foundation of the build, by the way. Bomb, the wheel, and the shield. So let's get going. And we're going to the cursed swamp at the start. Now, the reason why we want some of this stuff is if we just click stop, the bomb does 5 damage every, starts off at 5 damage and gets stronger with every single time you use it, which is why it just scales so nicely. And these are just 3 damage, by the way. And you have to have 3 symbols, which is why I quite like them. This is actually one of the hardest enemies in the swamp, so there you go. And you can just see the damage that is being done at the top here. So you could get more vampirism. At the moment, 77% is absolutely fine. We probably will want some Gouda as well. So we'll go for that actually, and then we will upgrade all of these to max. Bang, here we go. Up to 88 damage, 90 damage on the bomb, 96 damage, 104 damage. Now obviously this is magical damage, does go through the shields, but because I've got all the health in the world here, it doesn't matter. And I went from like having just 2 wheels and the revive and nothing else to having basically what you saw because of this build, the amount of coins, chips that I got. We're going to upgrade the bomb because that's just better scaling. So let's just go again. And there is something else that we will add, or two other things we will add into this build once we see them. But as you can see, up to 180 damage, and we'll be up into the thousands soon. Let's just take... Oh, you can't take that, so we'll take the health. And we've got the horn goblin. Good thing about these shields, that now permanently increases our shield capacity, so it's up to 125. Super useful. And this is why I quite like getting it early, because you will need it later on in the run, because you will not be one-shotting everything. And the later enemies hit like trucks. And down he goes. Let's just keep that. You could get some more healing, but with the 7%, when you're hitting for thousands, it's absolutely fine. Up to 237. So we're just hitting incredibly hard. Now, that's a good thing. We've seen there's the penny slinger. 1.5 physical damage per coin on the table. Per coin on the table is here. So 32 times 1.5 is 1,648 damage we would be doing. A lot of people say that this is really good. I just think the bomb is better. I don't think you need to waste your time on stuff. We're now into the red desert. And then say we'll start to snowball very quickly through this. As the bomb increases, yeah, it just gets insane. I will grab that increase. Just better shields. Let's say it's a bit of a safety net. But when you got bombs just chunking, it's really good. There's not too many of these that you're going to need. I'm going to start saving slightly just to make sure we've got enough money to buy what we want to buy when it comes up. And they're doing big damage. You can see how many times I'm not getting hit. So even though the health, you start really low if you don't put the inputs into the health, you can still do this tactic and it is still highly viable. Let's upgrade and we'll grab a bit of health. Just to keep that going. And that is what you're going to do. You're going to basically increase your health, increase your bomb damage. And at 227, bang. And that goes straight through. But everyone is only going to take 1 or 2 turns. So let's grab this. Don't want to spoil what I'm looking for here. Up to 451 damage. That should hopefully be a bit more. There you go, up to 175. And I just like that safety net that you get with these shields. Still not got it, unfortunately. Let's just move on. So I do want to keep the money. Now we're into the sewers. And there are some, let's say, later game things that we will want. Just to make things a little bit smoother, a little bit easier. And you just get more broken, to be perfectly honest. And one of them is the diamond. We grab the diamond, gain 1 coin, respins this wheel afterwards. So 2 secs. Good thing about this diamond, it's very similar to the saw or the spin blade, is it will respin after. So it's either going to keep spinning until it lands on either the shield or the bomb. So that's why it's really good. And there is another one of these that we will grab shortly. And then we've got Lobus. There you go, there's the diamond. So yeah, bang. Shame that didn't rock. But... we're up at 225 now. So they're not even hitting for that. The health doesn't matter too much. It's only the magic stuff. There's not that many magical users here. Gunslinger and the Red Desert being one of them. We're going to increase the amount of money that we get for the diamond. There's one more symbol that we're going to want just to actually speed things up considerably. Yeah, this is one of the dudes. It's 210 damage straight through. But we're up at nearly 600 damage at this point. You could get more. I still don't think we need it. So, but they're not even getting through your shields. You just know it's a good time. 627 damage now. He's taking my money, arsehole. So we will increase the money. I think the diamond goes up to level 10. And you can see the build is just coming. That actually locks down this one. So I've got a bomb guaranteed every single time. Don't need to worry about that. It's actually one of the better ones. Now 100 is the maximum amount of gold that you can get. So with the penny slinger, I think it goes up to something like 400 damage that you can get. But my bomb's already doing more than that, so which is why I prefer the bomb over the penny slinger. Or healing, it doesn't matter. Just prolonging the agony. Up to 704 damage. So let's grab this. We might as well grab the Ring of Life now. A bit more healing. I could respin. Aha! Aha! Got it. So the other thing we're going to get now is respin. Respins 2 previous wheels. This is the build. This is the build done. Bomb. So we look at it. The bomb and the shield are the only things that they will stop on. This technically does, but you'll see it when it goes into motion. We're now in the Cathedral of the Smoke. And again, it's not been challenging at all. You just need to get access to some of the stuff, which you get by progressing through, but the diamond and the ×2 are by definitely not 100% needed. They're just helps things go along. There we go. We've got this ×2 coming, and there goes. Done the first one. So basically what it does is if you take these as the one, if it's ×2 here, it will respin these 2. You get a ×2 here, it will respin these 2. And if this is a ×2, it will start to respin these ones as well. And it just snowballs through, which is absolutely beautiful. Bit more health, bit more money. At this point, we are almost like an unstoppable force. And there's going to be no foreseen issues that we're going to have. What are you going to put out? Shields. Guaranteed shields. Can't respin, unfortunately, that one. And there you go, look. If we would have got another ×2 there, it would have kept respinning until it can't respin anymore. Yeah, it's a little bit bonkers. Let's say, as long as you just keep increasing your max health as you progress through the levels with this, like the ×2 is not needed 100%. I just find it does help speed up the process slightly. I say, it's just more and more chance to get the increases here. I think, yeah, the bomb is up at max. That's up at max. That's up at max. That's got a couple more levels in it, and that's only got 1 level. Yeah, and this is literally what we'll be doing for the rest of the game. Yeah, up at 847, and you're just looking at hitting a bomb. It's just crazy, and you just keep taking the health, keep taking the gold up at 775. And if you're not getting the perks at the bottom, you can just start to re-roll because the money is just so insane. So a little bit of chip damage from there. Again, do you need this? Probably not, but I quite like it. I definitely, if you only wanted 4, I would get rid of the ×2. And once you've got so much money, you don't know what to spend it on. You could actually get rid of the diamond. But you do need 3 symbols. So. And as you can see here, the bomb goes through any sort of shield. So. You just don't need to worry about anything. You see the ×2 all going. And then there's ones where you can get damage off your shields that you've got and all of that stuff. I just don't think they're worth it. The bomb is just an absolute beast. Critical here. More coins, more damage. Just crazy. Yeah, at this point we've got everything up here, so we're going to increase this. You could do the wheel spin save if you really wanted to. I don't use any of these other ones. There's just no point doing skill checks and all that stuff. Bang, 1 hit, 990. This is the absolute damage. We might just get the extra life. We're not going to die at this point. We're too strong. So we're doing 1,200 and 1,023 damage per bomb. And you know, if the health does hit you, then obviously you'll get so many chips from doing this run. You can just upgrade pretty quickly and get to that arena unlock. Now, some people will say you do not need this wooden shield, but it's such a good safety net that, yeah, as you can see, this is just simple. Let's get more life still because there's nothing else to spend the money on. Like, why do I want any more money? I've got the diamond. Knight of Null. That's always the issue when there's a ×2 at the beginning. But do you think the health that we started at, now we're up at 900? And the actual good thing is, if you don't kill them in 1 hit, when you do get the bomb, it does do a little increase. Just keep this going. Like, yeah, we don't need any of this stuff. Okay, Helga. Okay. Up to 400 on the shield now. And what I'll do, I'll just showcase taking out the ×2 at this build as well, because I don't think you need it. It's just a little luxury. Where it does re-roll back, but let's just clear it for clearing its sake. More healing, more health. And let's move into the next level, the Petrified Forest. 9.7k, right? $2,395. So I've just done 7,000 damage. And just more health, because why not? You could re-roll to see what you can get. More physical damage. It doesn't do anything, by the way. So, and we can't even re-roll. So Otto. Yeah, so Otto didn't last. And again, this is why this build is just so good. The Blosh. 1,000 health. Yeah. So we're hitting for 2,600 at this point. Two bombs and he's dead. Okay, he's gone down a bit. Why has my health gone down? Or attacking power gone down? Must have been a crit or something. But it's still amazing. Could gain 1 coin, but as I say, I've maxed out all of my coins. Kingslayer. But you see, he's hitting for 600 damage here. That's why I like the shields. Because they're just not going to be able to do that much damage. Okay, into the ministry. 2 zones left to go. This dude's annoying, but again, this dude, because of the bombs, it's easy. Now, I could, instead of having the shields, I could have ×2. So it's purely just going to either damage on a bomb or a ×2. But it's a little bit sketch. At this point, I could get rid of the coins. Look at that. Even more health. He's hitting for 527, so... Yeah, I must have got a crit when I saw that 2000 earlier. Just sure, more life steal. Why not? Not that we're going to need it. 9.4k. Yeah. 821. That's a big chunk of my health that would have gone. But at this moment in time, we've got 20-odd% life steal. So 1 bomb takes us up. Wow, that's it's impressive. No bomb. Yeah, we've got the ×2 there. But no, don't need it. Just don't need it in the lower clerk. And I actually quite like not getting triple grenades or bombs because it does increase the bomb damage every single time. Boom. Like nothing here that, you know, is that special. Say that the thing that I've got that probably most, especially if you're struggling, don't have is the health to run through it. But again, if you get to this stage and you're getting it 1 shot, just increase your health because you'll get so many chips from this run. And you can start this from wave 1. You just don't get access to the bomb, which is why I started on wave 3, for instance. But things like the apple, with that 40% increase in damage plus the big sword, is a really good start. Right, the final floor. Just, yeah, the build working to an absolute treat. 1800 damage. This dude, obviously magic damage doesn't matter about the shield. But we're going to be healing for a lot of damage off a bomb, so. Sure, have more damage, it doesn't do anything. And then the Tri-Serpent. Yeah, let's say, shields What shields? And then the Lord Slaughter. Final boss. Hit 6 times, by the way. One more hit and he's dead. Dead. There we go. And there you go. There is that done. Now if we go into the modifier shop here, yeah, I've got 403, which probably means I can get most of the stuff here, which I can. One more run and I'm done. But yeah, that is the build. It's pretty good. Now, what I can't see here is the bomb, which is a bit weird. But I tend to start with the massive blade, the apple, and the poison blade. Then I'll go into getting the saw blade, which is again not in here, a bit weird. Get the saw blade just to help spin that through. Get the big wooden shield as well, as you see. That does help quite nicely. Then you can get ×2 if you want. But yeah, that's my build for Slots and Daggers. It's an absolutely fantastic game. Really short. It's only like £4 on Steam, and within 3 or 4 hours you can probably get through the whole game. But it is a lot of fun. Different builds to be done. And the arena mode actually is just like an endless loop. And you'll eventually die because they hit like trucks. But that's really, really fun. Please give this a like, comment down below in the comment section if there's any other builds that you think are particularly broken to help new players get through and unlock that arena mode. Thank you very much. My name's Paul, I play games. This has been my beast build for Slots and Daggers, and I'll see you all in the next one.